Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing really well. My name is HUMNA and I share content connected to art, healing and spirituality. Today I wanted to work with a grid that will help us move forward into this new year, which is the year of the fire horse, and connect to the energy that it's really calling us to one, leave behind, and the other, become really aware of what we're wanting to attract, and also recognizing where we are in the present moment, like how we need to be truly stable in ourselves to truly attract that what we are wanting. So these are going to be the three main focuses: one, that we're leaving behind; one, that we're choosing to become; and the third one is how we want to be in the present moment. Like, how does this exercise help us to truly focus on what we need to be in the present moment? So with that, I'm going to start. I usually do freehand drawing, but of course you're most welcome to use like a ruler, protractor, or whatever it is that you feel like doing. Now I'm going to give you the grid, which is like the sort of like a pattern that you can decorate also. And I like to keep these handy somewhere near my bed where I'm able to kind of see them and look at them often. And this particular grid, like what I'm going to be sharing, is something that you can either do monthly. So every end of the month you can do it, every beginning of the month you can do it. Of course, we're doing it for the new year, but you can also do it repeatedly, just to kind of come home and ground yourself and get clarity as to where you are in the present moment. And whatever it is that you feel in the present moment is what you're going to be attracting in your life. So it's really, really important to, put away your phones as you journey within. This particular grid is inspired by the verse in Quran, which Hazrat Musa alayhi salam says when he's standing at the point where he has this past, the life of a slave. That was his past, and then there was his future, and he said no to both of them, and how he became present by recognizing where he is and who his creator is. So more important than anything is to understand these three stages, and inspired by him to activate his energy within us, which already exists in all of us, we are going to go and have a visual representation to clear our mind, to kind of literally be able to say, my God is with me, and he will guide me. Now, there's another beautiful, beautiful thing about it, which I will share as I go. But there's the balancing of the feminine and the masculine, and they come into the present moment, recognizing how the merging of the two happens. So I'll take you to the process, but let's. Like I said, you can do this freehand, or you can do this with a ruler and protractor. So I'd like to create a center symbol of me, myself, the present moment, right? Then I'm going to give a little gap on both sides and create these two lines. I'm going to then create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, right? Just so you know why the 10 is, because it's the year 10 to 2026. Okay, this is very, like, you have to go with the flow as to what comes to you and how many numbers you want. But I'm playing with the number 1 and 0, right? So 1 is the beginning, but the beginning has to be done with a 0. Like, to begin something, I have to leave something behind. So this, for example, if I say this is 1 and this is 0, the space within is 1 and the outside is the 0. I have to clean myself completely of my past and that's only when I'm going to be able to welcome my future. And I have to empty me so that I get poured in with light, with truth, with the understanding. So I'm letting go. What am I letting go? And that's what's going to be our journey today, inshallah. So on this side, which you are leaving behind, now totally again, it's up to you if you want to go this side, leaving behind. But let's just say this is the side we are going to leave behind, and this is the side we are going to be welcoming, right? So this is something we want to come, and this is something that is leaving. So this is going to be our empty, and this is going to be what we are going to be filled in, inshallah, right? So on this side, at the top, you can write a question: what am I leaving behind? So this side is, and make it very clear, right? What am I leaving behind? And you can jot down all that you will be leaving behind. Now, these could be habits, these could be relationships, these could be careers, these could be your, emotionally things that you have been connected to. So this could be anything. Okay, I am going to give you examples of what I personally have written down for myself, just so you have a little bit of idea. But of course, please do not follow that blindly. Only and only write it and do it if it resonates with you, right? So it's just something I'm giving you as an example. Then on this side, you're going to write down what I am choosing to become, right? Now this is leaving, that what is being emptied from you, that what I am choosing, this is what I want. You know, when you go to a charity shop, you kind of give it, you like leave it behind, you give it away, right? And then when you choose, you go into this new shop and you want to buy a new jumper or a new book or something, right? So you are going to make a choice. You're going to based on what you are going to be leaving behind. What space, what shelf have you emptied here that you are filling on this side? So these are actually really, really connected to each other, because that what you are leaving behind, the space that gets created, is going to be filled in with something that you choose. And this lack becomes the abundant, and as it becomes the abundance, it guides you to where you need to be here. You see, you only attract what is in here, but when you have the clarity of what was and what will be, you come into the present moment of what is. This is where your power lies. We're not going to get into this right now. We're going to start with this side. So for example, now, like I said, please go with your intuition as to what you want to write on this both sides. Now you can pause the video or you can come back to it, or because if you want your clarity, if you don't want my influence or my suggestions, then go and come back to so that you're able to come to this stage with me. So you can pause it and you can fast forward it or whatever, and I'll explain how this gets connected to this, and then this gets connected to this. This is your past, this is your future. And what we're going to do is we're going to reach the future internally. We're going to shift right now in this present moment into this energy, right? But we need to understand what it is we're letting go, that we are emptying ourselves of, what shelf we have emptied, and what we are choosing we want more of, right? So for me, I am choosing to leave behind the version of me who chose to please people. This has been something that comes from society, from my religious upbringing or my understanding of how the world works. But this is what I would really like to leave behind now. I do not want to live my life as a person who chooses to constantly focus on people and constantly please them and constantly feel, because people are never going to be satisfied, right? So I want to not be able to be this version of myself. I'm going to totally leave behind the version of me that chooses to please people. The second one is, I'm going to leave behind the version of me who chooses to be dishonest about, dishonest and hide, right? Dishonest about my feelings to myself and others. This is something, one of the wounded energy that we have within us, most of us, is we choose to be dishonest just so that we don't hurt other people. Right? We say, oh, we'll sacrifice, we won't speak what we're feeling because, the other person's going to get hurt. So let me hide myself. So I'm not going to be that person anymore. I want to choose to leave behind the version of me who was choosing dishonesty and hiding my feelings from myself and from others, just so that I could make them more important, them more valuable than my own feelings. So almost rejecting my own self. I'm saying no to that version of mine, right? Then I'm going to go and leave behind the version of me who chose emotionally unavailable people. So this is one of those things that I give, but I don't get in return. And I tell myself, oh, their story is so hard. They're going through so much. I need to be with them. Look at them. That's, it's okay if they are mean to me because, it's okay, they don't understand it, and all that sort of jazz, right? I'm saying I'm not dealing with people who are not do not committing to working on themselves and connecting to their emotions. Because you see, what happens is, when you are an emotionally intelligent person, I'm going to call this myself, that when you have sat with your emotion, the person who has sat with their emotions and is able to manage them, learn them, embrace them, acknowledge them, and truly be okay with them, with their anger, with their hate, with their jealousy, they understand that every emotion has a certain message, a certain power, a certain strength in understanding and going deeper into it. It's like something is being, it's like a book. Every emotion is a book that I need to kind of read within myself. And when I have done that, then I actually cannot sit with people who are emotionally unavailable. And when I say this, emotionally unavailable, what I'm saying literally is that people who do not commit to their own spiritual good, do not value their emotions, who are choosing not to heal themselves and sit in darkness and not make a change because, they're constantly saying, oh, I'm just going to numb it, I'm going to go do shopping, I'm going to do blah, blah, and not face their own selves, then I don't want to be with them, because what they're putting out in the world is a fake mask personality, and I'm done with that. So I am choosing the version of me, this version of me, which used to always attract and be like, run after people. Oh, poor thing, I'll just go and make them some soup, make them this, and I'd cripple them almost. So I'm now choosing to say, I'm not going to be that version who chooses emotionally unavailable people. I want in my life people who are reciprocating my energy, that are mirroring my healing, not my wounded self, right? I don't want to be surrounded by people who are constantly numbing themselves, wearing a mask, hiding themselves, lying to themselves, not doing the work, not going within, not choosing themselves, not choosing God, not choosing to connect to their soul, and just living life as a zombie, right? I'm saying no more giving my time and energy to people who are not committed to themselves, because I am committed to myself and I need to sort of not allow these people to exist in my space. Now, then we have the version of me that judges others and feels addicted to fixing them. Right? So this comes to us when we're like, oh, she's, she is, I don't even have, I don't do this, but it's part of like something that I'm working on, that, I'm not here to fix people. I'm here to inspire people. And now that I understand that I'm here to inspire people, I do not have the power to judge you. I do not have the capacity to judge anybody, for everybody is walking their own path. So I don't need to judge anyone, because I'm not superior and they're not less than me. We're all at the same level. We're all coming from the same source. We're all connected through blood, right? We don't need to constantly compare and compete with each other. So I am not going to fix anybody, because I don't think there is anything to fix. For everyone is an individual going through life, that's unfolding for them however the creator wants it, right? So they are guided by the creator. Why should I be the one having that control freakness in me, like, oh, let me just help this person, oh, let me just guide this person? If I don't guide you, I mean, there is a billion things that can guide you, right? I will only guide those who are willing to come towards me and making an effort to want to choose to be guided by me, for they trust me. They see me as somebody who is bringing them closer to the creator, healing their soul, they're feeling held. But I'm not going to go out of my way to fix people, basically, right? And then I have the last one. Oh, I have two more. So go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The version of me that keeps my standards low to avoid being alone. This one's deep. Version of me that keeps my standards low to avoid being alone. This is a very deep wound, because what will happen, I will be alone. Well, I think my divorce really helped me with sort of healing this part of me, because I'm like, oh, let's just, take the scrap, let people treat me like crap, give me crumbs. It's okay if they don't message me back, if they're not concerned about me. I'm concerned about them, and because I'll be so alone in myself that I'll be like, trying to make it up by reaching and chasing and begging people to stay in my life. So now I kind of say, no, you bring something to the table, let's eat together, for I have this, you have this, and let's do this together, right? But I'm not scared of being alone, for I know that I'm never alone. My creator is with me. So I've kind of healed that abandonment wound. And so luckily, alhamdulillah, by the guidance of my creator, I'm able to not choose people who, again, don't choose themselves, right? Last one, the version of me that performed to earn love. The version of me that performed to earn love. Now, this is something people usually have like a when I do something, then I will get something. So when I'm good to somebody, then I will be loved, I'll be accepted, or I'll be forgiven. There's this massive give and take in love. Like in my heart now, it's not about give and take. Love just is. Okay, so I'm not going to make myself please you, be your slave, do things that are dishonest, right? I'm not going to do all of this, because I've come to understand that I don't need to earn love. If somebody loves me, they love me for my existence, for my being, for all that I am, right? For my truth, for my face, for my body, for my behavior. I don't need to polish myself up or, change myself to be accepted or to be loved. I don't need to perform or put on a show, do an act so that you will love me. I don't have to do that. Like a peacock is loved not because it opens its feathers, it's loved because it's beautiful, even when its feathers are not open. The peacock just is beautiful. It doesn't need validation or approval of you. Oh, open your right wing and open your that wing and then I will love you. No, no, no. The peacock is beautiful regardless of you validating it or not, you watching it or not, you, if there's no audience, the peacock is still going to be beautiful, right? So that's the kind of, I'm not going to perform to earn love. You love me, fabulous. You don't love me, that's also fabulous. It's probably our energy and our frequency don't match, and that's why you're not able to love me, and that's okay. It's okay for me to be alone. So again, that's the wound. Now, connected to these, right? Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Honestly, I thought there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know which one maybe one of them is like an overlap or something. Say 5 or 6. Hold on. Where is my eraser seems to have. Okay, so this is 5 and this is 6, right? Now these are the things that I'm going to empty. I'm going to fill them up. What do I want to become, right? What's the focus? Number 1, the version of me who chose to please people, that version is gone. But what version I want to be of is the one who chooses God above all, right? People pleaser, people removed, God enters. Something has to go, so for something to enter. So this gave me the clarity. What do I want to fill this space up with? With God, right? So then we go on to the number 2. The number 2 is the one who chooses honesty above comfort. I'm okay you getting comfortable with my truth. I don't care, right? There's a way of saying things. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I might not speak things. I might not express myself and have other ways of expressing myself, but I don't need to be dishonest in any way. I do not need to shrink myself just so that you are able to feel comfortable. I'm not going to do that, right? Number 3, what am I going to do? The one who commits to trusting my intuition, meaning my feminine energy within me, and be guided to take action that brings me closer to my God. You see, when I filled myself up with this choice, the rest of the choices are going to be connected to what my first choice is. That what I let go led me to this, right? So I've chosen God. Now, God, I cannot connect to God if I'm dishonest. I have to be honest. That's like the third one is the one who commits to trusting my own intuition, meaning I'm trusting my third crown chakra. I'm trusting the creator sending me the signs and signals, which if I can't work through it, I will have my mentor or teacher or healer or somebody to help me work through and connect to my intuition and validate what I need to hear, and then be guided to take the action that will always and always bring me closer closer to Allah. Whatever it is that I'm choosing to do in my life, I want it to be in action, in alignment to that what will bring me closer and closer to my Allah. Now, the one who chooses to be present. Now this is connected here, like if you, sorry, my chair is stuck, sorry. So this one was the version of me who chose emotionally unavailable people, right? Now this, when it emptied, who am I going to be, who do I want to, what do I want to bring in, right? What I want to bring in, trust in my feminine and my masculine, trust in my emotions, trust that they're guided by Allah, so this has been removed and this has entered. This one, the one who chooses to be present, no fear of the future, no attachment to the past, right? I am done with so this one says judges others and feels addicted to fixing them. I am done trying to constantly feel guilty, rejected, or feeling better than others or worse than others. I'm done with the past, I'm done with the future, I'm done. I don't have the fear of the future. Why? Because I'm here guided by God, because I want to be closer to my God, right? I have no fear of my future because I have chosen God. I have no attachment to the past, for whatever I thought of people in the past or whatever and whoever I judged people or judged situations or judged my own self. I'm not attached to that. I'm not going to tell myself like, you are so mean, you did this, you shouldn't have done that, you could have done this. No more attachment to the past. It doesn't hold me anymore, because I'm not here to fix anybody else. I'm not here to judge anybody else. I'm not here to judge any situation. My own past, I'm not going to judge me, right? And then comes number 5. This is the one who connects, cultivates, and grounds divine attributes from within through taking care of my physical and spiritual being, right? I have chosen people in my life who have not chosen me back, but I have chosen them because I was scared I will be alone, right? That was number 5. Now, when I'm not choosing that, I'm going to choose my own self. I'm going to choose to take care of my body and to take care of my physical being. Why? Because it keeps me connected. It cultivates and it grounds the divine attributes that are within me, meaning my soul expands outwards. It's not about what I want from people. I'm not scared of my inside. I sit alone and I'm okay with taking care of my own being with my own being, right? I'm not worried. So I do the things that keep me connected to my Creator, cultivates my faith, and they help me ground divine attributes. Meaning, if I say to myself, I want to be a creative person, then I'm going to ground the energy of Khalik, of Musawwir, of Bari in me. Right? I'm going to sit with these names and I'm going to activate them. I'm going to cultivate them. I'm going to connect to them. I'm going to ground them in my soul, so much so that they become so much a part of me that I don't have to think about it. I am creative. I'm not saying I want to be creative. I am creative, but I am the creation of the one who does create. Right? So I'm going to connect, cultivate, and ground the divine attributes inside me that Allah has given me through taking care of my body and my spiritual being. Then the last one, I trust my knowing from within. I trust my knowing from within that I am already whole. Remember, my soul is whole. It's got all the 99, 100 names, right? Whole. Abundant, meaning I don't have to feel lack. I don't have to go begging. I don't have to chase. I don't have to run after things. I am already abundant. Love and chosen without doubts, questions, validation, or proof. I am going to be the kind of person who has full trust in my own knowing inside me that the soul that I'm carrying in my vessel belongs to the one who is complete, who is abundant, who is love, and who has chosen me. And I'm going to not have absolutely any doubts. I'm not going to question this faith. I'm not going to question this knowing that He has planted in me, the seed of knowing, of being chosen by Him, right? For I am chosen because He gave me a soul of His. So He chose for me to have His soul. So He chose me. So I'm going to choose His soul in me. I'm not going to have doubts in that soul of mine, of His, right? I'm going to not question my soul, His soul. I'm not going to, I think that's what I'm meant to be saying. Like, I have to own it, meaning I have to say my soul, and then I have to remember it is His soul. So I'm going to do it. I don't need the validation of anybody, giving me that, yes, now you are close to Allah, you're not close to Allah, you're pretending to be close to Allah. I don't need anybody, I don't need validation from anybody to remind me that I am close to Allah. I am close to Allah, for I am His soul, right? And then I do not need a proof of my Allah, for everything in existence is a proof of Allah. My own existence is a miracle proof of Allah. I'm not going to go looking for a proof. I am going to be the proof itself that I am chosen to have His soul in my vessel. You see? So these are going to be, this is what I'm choosing to become. Now I'm going to go into the center part. What am I ready to be? Right? So this is become, this was leaving. What am I ready to be? Just writing it bigger. Now I don't do fancy things. I don't write with different pens and stuff. I like to keep it very, very simple, but of course you can, because it does turn out to be a really, really lovely exercise. So number one, right? So I've left this is gone. Now my focus is this, okay? The one who chooses God above all. Who is that person who chooses God? The one who chooses God is God's Khalifa, right? Why? Because he's recognized that he belongs to Allah, and to Allah he will return. So he's remembered his existence, right? Number one. Number two, the one who chooses honesty above comfort. What does that mean? Truth. I choose truth, right? Number three is love. I am His love. I believe in His love, and I'm grateful for His love, right? What is His love? My soul. He loves me. That's why He gave me His soul, right? So I am His love. Number four. What's number four? I have to be always present, right? The one who chooses to be present, no fear of the future. I'm not going to go here or here. I'm going to be here. I want to be here in every moment. Number five. There it comes to here. Number five is all about connects, cultivates, and ground divine attributes. All the things that the names that I am here to connect to cultivate within myself, and to ground are the names that is my purpose. It is my purpose to be creative. For it is that name I get called to express, cultivate, connect, and ground in my life. I have to become that name almost. Not almost. I have to become that name. So what does that mean? That's my purpose. I should have made myself a little bit bigger. Anyway, I don't have my eraser, so I'm going to just do it. Number 6 was the last one. I trust my knowing from within that I am already whole, abundant, loved, and chosen, right? I trust. So these are the clear things that I choose to be in this moment, not in the future, not in the past, right? Right now, what am I choosing to be? I'm going to choose to be the Khalifa of Allah. What does this do to me? It keeps me focused on Allah, right? Truth. What does truth do? It reminds me that being truth, being honest is pleasure, is something Allah likes. It's the pleasure of Allah. It's for His pleasure. I know that I have to speak the truth. What does that do to me? It keeps me honest, right? Love. What is love? Love is His soul inside of me. It is His love that He has put in me, right? So His soul. What is that? It's the gift of my Allah. It's His gift that He has given me. What does that do? If Allah has given me a gift, He's given me something, He's going to ask me about it. So it makes me accountable, right? Then comes present. When I'm fully present right now in this very moment, I can feel Allah's presence around me. So Allah is always and always present, meaning presence of Allah is always around me. Now when I'm totally in the presence of Allah, what am I doing? What am I going to do? If somebody is sitting right next to me or opposite to me, what am I doing? Going to be always in communication with Allah, right? My purpose. What will my purpose do? Purpose is for my Allah because it keeps me guided. He's going to constantly guide me. He's going to guide me what to do next, which name to activate, which name to spread, which name to put through my work, right? So when I do my purpose for Allah, I am guided, right? Last one. 6. When you fully trust somebody, you feel very connected and close and safe with them, right? So trust helps to keep my connection to Allah. What does that do? When I stay connected to Allah, means I'm going to always and always be unlayered. I will always and always be unlearning all the things that this dunya has taught me. I will always and always be healing. So when I'm connected to Allah, I am going to always be healing. Now I'll take it a little bit further. When you are focused on Allah, you start praying, right? When you are speaking the truth, you see that as the pleasure of Allah. It keeps you honest, means it's going to always and always keep you attached to Allah, right? Love, because you know your soul belongs to Allah. So in the soul's remembrance is, the soul will only find peace when it is remembering the source, its Lord, its creator. What does that do? It keeps you on the path, right? Sorry, this is on the path. On the path. Now what does present do? When you're present, you are always reminded Allah is with me, here around me, and you're constantly communicating with Allah. What does that do? It means that you are never alone. So you have no fear of ever being alone, right? Then comes purpose. What does purpose do? Purpose is guided by Allah. It is the name and the attributes that you're here to spread for Allah's sake, right? Through you, people are going to remember Khalik, they're going to remember Rahman, they're going to remember Ghafoor, they're going to remember Wadud, right? So which name of Allah are you choosing to spread out into this world? That becomes your purpose, and that is totally guided by your Allah, right? And what does that do? It helps to heal, guide, love, and honor the creation. Right? Your purpose is meant to help, heal, guide, love, and honor His creation. So whatever attributes you cultivate inside of you, you're going to be giving out to people. And through that, people are going to remember who? Allah. Through your being Khalik, being a creator, what's going to happen? People are going to remember their own creativity inside them. So your attribute, Allah's attribute, when you start living, you start spreading, you start doing, you start inspiring, and people start looking at you, get inspired to activate the Khalik, the Musawwir, the Bari in themselves. And that's what you're here to do. You're here to help them, to guide them, to heal them, and to love them, meaning the creation. So you spread the light of Allah. Now the last one, number 6. When you are fully trusting Allah and you're constantly connected to Allah and your healing is coming from Allah, guided by Him, what's going to happen? You're going to keep purifying the ego. Your ego constantly needs a reminder to be told of I belong to Allah and to Allah I will return. Your ego needs that reminder. And that reminder can come from your healing. Your healing comes from your connection to your Allah. Your connection to your Allah comes from your trust in Allah. Right? So trust helps you be connected to Allah. When you're connected to Allah, you are healing yourself. You're constantly unlayering. You're constantly purifying. You're constantly in that space of purifying your ego. Now, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to use these points and get one word that will help us what we need to do. Right? So, the first word comes out to be pray. What is pray? Remembrance. Right? When you're speaking your truth, as knowing that it is the pleasure of Allah, it keeps you honest and it keeps you attached to Allah. What does that do? That helps you priority. And priority means your commitment. You commit to your Allah. You are in commitment of your pact with Allah. I'm not going to lie because I know that lying will do that to me. Number 3. What's number 3 going to do? Number 3 is love. Of course, you have this in front of you so you can kind of work with that, but I need to turn the paper. Love. Pray. Oh my God. Presence. When you are present with Allah, you are in communication with Allah, right? So I think what I did was priority, the commitment priority. I brought 2 of them together. So I brought 2 and 3, meaning the truth and love. I'm going to focus on not lying, and I'm going to focus on recognizing that I'm going to be accountable for everything. My love comes from Allah. It is the gift of my Allah. I'm going to value my soul. I'm going to keep committing to myself. So these 2, the truth and love, they come together and they become my priority. Number 3 is presence, which is I'm always and always in communication with my Allah in this very present moment. Number 4 is my purpose. My purpose is to honor His creation, meaning serve Allah. Number 5. My number 5 is my peace. How do I get to peace is when I keep purifying my ego, when I'm constantly healing, when I'm constantly unlayering myself and letting myself like not be attached to the past and the present, not letting my ego take over me, I come to a place of peace. What does peace do? It reminds me of me being a Khalifa of him. So these are the things that I am right now. I am remembering Allah. I am committed to my Allah. I am in communication with my Allah. I am going to honor His creation for Allah. For everything is created by Him. I am the Khalifa of my Allah. And this is the energy. This is the energy that is here. I am ready to be this. I am ready to remember Allah. I am ready. Already doing. I am already prioritizing and committing to my Allah. I am constantly reminded that my Allah is always and always present with me, communicating. Like this is happening right now. I am in communication with my Allah. My whole purpose of being is to honor His creation. My peace comes from the fact that I know that I am His. I am His. And that is the energy we need to be in the present moment to be His. What am I ready to be so that I can be His? I really, really hope this helps you and gives you more clarity as to how you can do stage by stage. Now, sometimes a good idea is you can even erase this part, but I like to not erase. I don't necessarily come from the background of thinking, okay, I need to erase this, remove this, and completely empty this, because this is also a part of my journey. So I don't erase it, but I don't attach myself to it. Or what I'll do is I'll constantly read this or this. Most importantly, I'll keep reminding myself. What I'll do is I will make the center thing. Oh, and that reminds me, Hazrat Musa was standing between the water and the war that was happening, people, right? The unseen and the seen. This is what he was doing. He prayed to Allah, meaning he prayed to Allah, right? And his focus was, his priority, his commitment was to Allah. My God is with me. That is commitment. Presence. He was so present in this very moment. He knew that he's in communication with Allah. Allah is listening to him and he is listening to Allah. So there was the arrows went both ways. So he was committing to Allah. He turned to Allah to pray, right? Pray not like I want this, nothing of that sort. There was this certainty. In his remembrance, there was this certainty. Allah is with me, right? So he chose this above this and this, right? He said, he prayed, meaning he remembered Allah is with me, right? The priority, Allah is with me. Then he said, presence, he will guide me, meaning that what came from Allah, he was ready and open to receive the communication because he was so present. He was not here, he was so present. When he received the information, he knew that whatever he is being asked to do by Allah is going to be to honor his creation. It's going to be good. It's going to be, there's no doubt in what Allah will guide me to do is going to be good. It's going to be honorable for his creation, right? In that moment, he was grounded in peace. There was no like, what will happen? What am I leaving behind? He was in peace. You see, now you can turn it away and turn it the other way also. It was peace within him that led him to be present, to recognize that he's here to bring the healing from Allah. And so he looked up, and In that peace, he became present, and as he became present, he knew his Allah is going to not leave him, because he's constantly communicating with Allah, he's committed to Allah, and his focus was to remember Allah, that Allah will guide, right? And you can take it the other way also. So this is something that within us, when we feel this true present moment, and you keep reminding yourself, I remember Allah, I commit to Allah, I am in communication with Allah, I honor His creation, and I'm a Khalifa of Him. Meaning all of these, pray, priority, presence, purpose, and peace, will lead to your purification. So beautiful, they're all with P. I just realized. And purification. Purification means that you've healed yourself to be able to recognize your ego and your attachments and your distractions. You're able to see this, you're able to see this, and yet you choose to stay pure. And this can only and only happen because you are in communication and you are in doing your purpose. And that's the way the purification will only happen when it's done over and over and over and over and over again. So I hope this helps, guys. If it does, leave me a comment. Let me know how your journaling goes. And I really, really, hope that this new year is going to be magical for all of us. I can just feel it in myself. And it brings you abundance. It brings you love. It brings you clarity. It brings you vision. It brings your dreams. It brings all your manifestations, that you're ready. Your vessel is ready to expand and share with this world. And I pray that you have health. Your loved ones stay safe. You stay safe, and you're always and always and always and always reminded that how loved you are by your Allah, for you are His love and in you is His soul, and that in itself is enough to stay connected, to stay in communication, and to stay in devotion to your Creator. I love you all. Take good care of yourselves and have an absolutely magical happy new year, and may it be the year, I was going to say, may it be the year you find God. But what I truly wanted to say is that you come home to yourself and be with God. And remember that you've always been with God, and God's always been with you. Even when you weren't home, He's always been with you. I love you. Take care, and Allah Hafiz.